Fire hydrant valves. Would you believe breaking one loose in less than 15 minutes? Would you believe in less than 10 minutes? Would you believe in less than 3 minutes? Yes, less than 3 minutes with the new fire hydrant tool system from Stanley Hydraulic Tools. And without the risk of the personnel injuries associated with using breaker bars, chains, and brute force. Take a look at this. With a Stanley IW24 impact wrench, the Stanley Hydrant Saver tool and socket, and a hydraulic power source, 2 people can loosen the most stubborn valve in minutes. No more cheater bars. No more pull chains or sledgehammers or whatever timely, costly, and potentially dangerous methods you had used in the past. And no more calling in people from other jobs to help out a crew working on one stubborn hydrant. Now just attach the right socket to the Hydrant Saver tool. Lower it into the hydrant. Connect the Stanley impact wrench to hydraulic power and start to loosen. The valve spins free in seconds and your crew can have it up and out in no time with a new rubber installed and the valve back in place in short order. Let's look at the entire process. As always, before you start, put on the protective gear required by your employer. First, loosen the nuts on the bonnet. The Stanley IW09, a small high-torque impact wrench, makes quick work of stubborn, rusted, and painted over nuts on the bonnet. After removing the bonnet, connect the right socket to the end of the Hydrant Saver. Sockets are available for virtually all makes and models of hydrants dating back however old they are. If one is not available as a stock item, a socket can be manufactured for you by Stanley. The Stanley Hydrant Saver is available in different lengths. Extension sections are also available for deeper hydrants. Next, lower the Hydrant Saver into the hydrant. With the T-bar provided, manually check the coupler. Make sure it is seated on the valve seat before continuing to the next step. Check the Stanley IW24 impact wrench to make sure it is rotating in the right direction, typically counterclockwise for loosening. Then insert the wrench into the Hydrant Saver. Turn on the power. Stanley hydraulic tools can be powered by the Stanley HP1 compact power unit or a PTO-driven hydraulic system. The Stanley hydraulic power unit, driven by an 18 horsepower gasoline-powered engine, has an output of 8 gallons per minute at 2,000 psi. To loosen the valve, just pull the trigger on the impact wrench. The IW24 will produce an adjustable impact intensity of from 800 to 3,500 foot-pounds. Its sturdy swing hammer impact mechanism reduces torque transmission to the operator. This is a ruggedly built, high-quality tool that you will use for years and years to come. Within a few seconds, you will already notice how the IW24 is having an effect as it starts to break the old, corroded, and Loctite seal caused by the valve sitting in this one position for 10, 20, 30 or more years. Before you know it, the valve is spinning free, ready to be removed. Let's look at the process again. Loosen the bonnet nuts with the Stanley IW09 impact wrench and remove the bonnet. Attach the socket to the Hydrant Saver. Lower the tool into the hydrant and check the seating on the valve seat. Insert the Stanley IW24 impact wrench. Start the hydraulic power source. Loosen away. As fast, as simple, as easy, and as safe as that. After replacing the rubber, simply reverse the process. Lower the valve stem into the hydrant. Manually check to make sure the threads are aligned. Lower the Hydrant Saver and check to make sure the socket is seated. Reverse the drive direction on the Stanley IW24 impact wrench. Then power it up to tighten the valve. How much time did all of that take? Not long, maybe 15 minutes from start to finish, plus another 15 minutes to replace the rubber. And how long does it normally take you just to loosen one stubborn valve? And how many people do you have to call in? And how often do you have to dig up a hydrant when the valve won't budge? These are the advantages of the Stanley Fire Hydrant Tool System. First, You eliminate the potential for personnel injuries that exists when you have to resort to brute force, like cheater bars and chains, to loosen stubborn valves. Second, you eliminate the need to dig up hydrants like you used to do when no amount of force would open a valve. A cost savings that will virtually pay for these tools. Third, you save on the manpower you won't have to call in from other jobs to help out a crew working on a stubborn hydrant. There's another advantage too. By replacing your breaker bars with the Stanley system, you can easily work on hydrants located close to buildings, fences, poles, and other obstacles. Check out the Stanley Fire Hydrant Tool System in your operation. The Stanley IW09 for loosening bonnet nuts. The Stanley Hydrant Saver tool and sockets to reach down to the valve. The Stanley IW24 impact wrench to bust loose those stubborn valves. And the Stanley HP1 hydraulic power unit to provide convenient, portable hydraulic power for your Stanley tools. Stanley Hydraulic Tools, manufacturers of hydraulic-powered tools that save you time and money. Tools such as breakers, cut-off saws, concrete cutting chainsaws, pumps, tampers, and many more that all operate from the same hydraulic source. Ask about the Stanley Fire Hydrant Tool System. For a demonstration, call your Stanley Hydraulic Tools dealer today or contact Stanley Hydraulic Tools.